Hey, Luke here again with you, and in this video we're going to talk about how you can increase your speed while you're kite surfing. So you might want to increase your speed preparing for a jump, or just to go faster, or maybe to get around a section in a wave. And so what we'll be covering in this video is your edge control, your body position, your kite movement, and the angle that you choose. So let's get into it. So the biggest thing about increasing your speed quickly is all about the angle that you're actually riding. And so if I just draw a quick diagram, today we have the wind blowing this way. And so typically you're kiting perpendicular to the wind. And so if you're kiting along like this, the fastest way to increase your speed is to actually keep the kite a little, and so to change your angle slightly downwind. Doing that will give the kite more power as you sort of turn towards it slightly, not 100% downwind, but just slightly. It'll allow the kite to pull you faster because you're not forcing against it with your rail so much. So in order to very quickly increase your speed, what I like to do is you'll be riding along, kite's about 45 degrees, just naturally riding. Simultaneously, you change your body position to stand slightly more up on top of the board. This will allow you to get off that rail and start to move slightly downwind. At the same time, you dive the kite down in a small power stroke. The kite's already at 45 degrees, so you're only coming down a little bit and just getting a bit lower to the water surface while you sheet in. So if you do all three of those things simultaneously, you immediately go a lot faster. So just to go over that quickly again, you'll be riding along, just general riding, kite's at about 45 degrees, and then you think, okay, I'm ready to increase speed. Stand up on the board slightly to go a little bit more downwind. At the same time, dive the kite down and sheet in, and you'll be immediately going a lot faster. Now I like to separate it into two parts, doing jumps or just riding faster. So to come back to the diagram, if you're riding along, let's first talk about doing jumps. You're riding along, you can 10 downwind right there, sheet in, dive the kite down, that's going to give you a burst of power, and then you can carve up wind and then jump, right? And you'll actually see this if you've noticed any freestyle riders, they really emphasize it. Riding along, tend off, fill up the kite with some power, and then they unhook at the same time, and then they edge really hard and it gives them this real pop up into the sky. So we're basically doing that even if you're just riding with straps on your board or a strapless board. It's that same motion where you're riding along, 10 downwind, dive the kite down, sheet in, get that speed, and then edge against it to jump. Or maybe you just want to ride along faster. And so when you're riding along faster, what I like to do is you're riding across the wind. Same deal, you've decided you want to get faster here. Edge, turn 10 downwind, so change your line a little bit so that you're going downwind. Dive the kite, and you can hold that. You'll be increasing speed, and then what you can do is start to tend back upwind. You probably won't make the same ground that you had before, but by driving the kite down, getting that speed as you come in, going slightly downwind, then force against it with that edge and try and drive your way back upwind. This is going to increase your speed, and you'll still make a pretty good upwind tack. It's not going to be as good as when you're going slowly, you sheet it out, but you will be able to sort of start to push the tail out again, and start to cut across the wind again. And that's all there really is to it. It's a pretty simple video. Going along, dive the kite down, sheet in, get that power, so tend at the kite a little bit, change that line downwind and then edge against it, and you'll be going a lot faster. So hopefully that helps. I know as people are learning, they're sort of thinking about how do you manage your speed. This is a good way to really increase your speed very quickly. If you want to slow down, I should say, it's very easy to slow down as well. Just sheet out and edge back against the kite, just like the original tack that you're on. Just go back to that line and sheet out, and that's a really good way to manage that speed. Increase speed really quickly, do your jump, and then you can ride along again. And yeah, so hopefully that helps. That's it for this video. Luke here again with you, and we'll see you in the next one.